We are here in Regina at the Giant Tiger on the first day of the Trudeau carbon tax, and this year it's going to be the end of the carbon tax. Also, when Andrew Scheer from Regina is going to be Canada's next Prime Minister, and the Conservative government will do away with this terrible carbon tax. So Andrew, tell us why you chose Giant Tiger in Regina to do this event at today.
Well, of course, I'm home in Regina for the holidays, and we thought what better way to highlight the increased cost of the carbon tax on Canadian families than going to a place where many Canadians go to feed their families. This Giant Tiger has a grocery section. As you can see, there's a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables behind us. Yep. None of this, I would be willing to wager, none of this was grown very locally, you know, unless there's some greenhouses in the area. Fresh tomatoes, cucumbers. In January in Saskatchewan, it's pretty safe to assume that they were trucked in from somewhere.
Exactly.
And that trucking costs money. And when you impose a carbon tax on the trucking industry, for example, everything behind me gets more expensive. And when Canadians are paying so much on essentials, on taxes, on heating their home, on getting to and from work, and on groceries, they don't need those costs to be going up. They want those costs to be going down. So the announcement that we made today was to warn Canadians that the carbon tax is kicking into effect today, January 1st, and that it's only going to get higher. You'll hear the Liberals say things like $20 a ton and $50 a ton by 2022, but what they're not highlighting is that their own government department shows that it's actually going to go as high as $300 a ton to achieve their objectives. That will mean at least $1,000 a year in extra home heating costs, and of course much more in higher grocery bills. So we picked today, because it's the day the carbon tax is kicking in, we picked this location because many Canadians, as we can see, many people, we see families in the store filling up their cart with household items and also groceries, and all of this will become more expensive under Justin Trudeau's carbon tax.
Yeah, it's really a tax on everything, and as we stand in Ralph Goodale's very constituency, and I just can't help but think that he didn't do anything to stand up for Saskatchewan at the cabinet table as he should have done. He could have prevented this, and he didn't.
He never has. When you really look at his look at his career, he's always been a voice of Ottawa to Regina.
Yes.
And that's been unfortunate. But I think more and more people in Regina are realizing that. Not only has he always been on the wrong side of the people in the province on things like the gun registry, on the wheat board. We see it time and time again. When Stefan Dion came out with the carbon tax the first time, Ralph Goodale was out there selling it.
Absolutely.
And now we see this carbon tax. We had a vote in the House of Commons supporting Energy East, which would have brought Western Canadian energy to Eastern Canadian markets, kept the people at Everest Steel working, and he voted against that.
Absolutely.
So when it comes time, when the chips are down, when it's time to stand up and be counted, Ralph Goodale's always been a voice for Ottawa to Regina, not the other way around.
Exactly, and that's why we need Andrew Scheer as our next Prime Minister and a Conservative government in October, so we can end this carbon tax the same unfortunate year that it starts.
That's right. 2019 can be the year of the carbon tax, but it can also be the year the carbon tax is repealed when Conservatives form government in October.
Excellent. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, Senator.